Hi Gemini, welcome or welcome back to my channel. We're doing things a bit differently this week where I'm going to do a no contact reading for you and your person that you're in no contact with. So I've got your energies and what you want out of the situation on the left here. We've got on the right hand side your person's energies, what they want from the situation, and in the middle we have the mutual energies, that what's actually happening in this connection and the truth between the two of you. So with your energy here, we have soulmates. So you definitely do see this person as your soulmate, someone who's taught you a lot of lessons, someone who you love very much. You might feel like there's some sort of past life connection with them, or like there could be a twin flame of some sort, but whatever is happening at the moment, you just see them as someone who you're deeply connected to on a spiritual level and not just on an emotional level. Then we have step out of your comfort zone, and it says North Node. So this is basically you're wanting to kind of like get this connection off the ground. You're wanting to like get out of these energies of fear. You're wanting to move this connection forward in some way, and leave behind the past, even if it does scare you in some way. Or maybe you want them to leave something behind from the past, even if it scares them. Then we have trust, and this situation is calling for you to have faith. So basically you are wanting, you trust this person a lot, and you're wanting them to be able to trust you as well, to be able to get this connection back on track in some way. Then with their energies, we have time for a nap. And this card is basically about that. It's about resting, maybe taking a break in some way. So they might just feel like they just need to pull back a little bit and like rejuvenate, possibly just take an actual nap. Like they just need time here. And after the time, I feel like while they're in this time, they're going to be like making decisions at that time while they're taking a break. But they don't know yet what they want of this connection. We have conclusions are within reach with the full moon and eclipse. So basically with a full moon eclipse, this is basically like the door has been shut, like that, not like this is done forever, but like they don't know, like that what's done is basically what this card is. And they now feel like this situation is completely out of their hands, and they just need to kind of like figure out where to go from here. They do feel like they could have some sort of, they do need to make some sort of decision when it comes to this connection. But I feel like they know that there is like some sort of conclusions that they need to come up with, but they haven't yet got there. And then we have love yourself first, and it says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So they just feel like they just need to put some love into themselves, like they're not ready to connect just yet, and they just need to make sure that their confidence, that they're putting all of their energy into themselves, maybe to become a better person, or just to just to feel that love themselves. Maybe they're feeling hurt from something that happened between the two of you, or maybe something from their past that's like triggering them in some way. Then with what's actually going on, we have loyal heart. So both of you guys are quite loyal towards each other. Like there is a lot of love between the two of you, and you guys want to show that to each other. Even if it's not showing in the 3D world, this could be in the spiritual realm as well, where you guys are just extremely, connected in some way, where you're not wanting anyone else. They're not really wanting anyone else. They're not really looking at anyone else. They're more just trying to focus on themselves, and you're not really looking at anyone else either. Or if you are, like no one's coming close, if you know what I mean. Like your heart is theirs. And then we have the full moon in Libra, and it says a win-win outcome is forecast. And this is basically saying that no matter what, whether you guys are ending this altogether, whether you guys are getting back together, whatever's happening here is that there is definitely some sort of ending, whether the ending is of this relationship or whether the ending is of this no contact period. It is just basically saying that you guys will both be happy with the outcome of the situation, and that you guys can come to a conclusion or a resolution that serves you both. And then we have wedding, and it says this situation involves marriage. So it could be actual literal marriage. Or it could just be that there's going to be a commitment between the two of you eventually once this break is over. Or maybe you guys are just very committed to each other with that loyal heart there as well. So, excuse me, Gemini. I've got a new oracle deck here that I just want to use. So I'm first going to get, so what do you feel about this person? So we have past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons, which is very much like a past life relationship, soulmates, soul contracts, like I was saying there. You could also feel like things go in circles with this person. And like I said, with the soulmates, you could be feeling like they're teaching you some sort of lesson. And it says karmic lessons here. So maybe you just feel like this pattern keeps going over and over again. This could be a relationship that's like has happened many times before and taken breaks before and that type of thing. Or it could just be that like there's some sort of repeated patterns here from like that you keep repeating the same things over, or you keep choosing a partner that is like bringing you in the same lessons here for some reason. So let's get a clarifier on that. So what is this past life here? Okay, we have the Sun. So yeah, you do see them as someone who is like extremely like brings in your happiness, someone who is you know, make like if they're with you, you feel confident in some way. But it's just complete and utter joy here is what they bring to your life. Those are your feelings towards them. You do also feel like you need some sort of clarity between the two of you, maybe some sort of communication in some way, that you're wanting to communicate, like maybe some sort of lessons that you've learned, or that you want to communicate that you do see them as your soulmate and that you want to be with them. Okay, so what do you want out of this connection? So we have cloudy judgment here, and it says illusions, unbalanced and distorted. So you could be like, you could either be going like back and forward with this, like 1 minute you're like, oh no, I want this person, I want no one else, and that type of thing. And then the next minute you're like, oh, do I really want this? Should I just move on? Maybe I'm just being delusional in some way. So you could be jumping between the two of them. And with fantasy here as well, daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing, that's why I feel like with illusions and fantasizing, maybe you are feeling like you're being delusional in some way. But you do fantasize about you guys getting back together, but you just feel like just so like not connected with yourself when it comes to this relationship, because you're just like jumping between like 1 minute being like, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, like I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna find someone else, and then the next minute you're back on it and you're like, oh, I wonder, are they gonna come back? Like, oh, are we gonna speak again? Is this gonna happen again? Is this gonna go in circles again? You know, like that type of energy. So let's just get a clarifier here. Yeah, so we have the Star. So you do see this again as a very spiritual connection. You do want to heal the situation with them. And you do see them as someone who is like your wish fulfillment, like that you see them as marriage material. And you just want a very loving, trusting relationship with them. So, sorry, Gemini. My voice keeps going away. So I want to see what are their feelings for you. We have running, ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. This is also the feelings for Taurus as well. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or someone who has heavy Taurus in their chart. But they feel like they needed to run away from this connection. They could be a runner. You could be the chaser. It could be one of those, you know, connections where like if you're chasing, then they're running. And then we have lusting here as well, forbidden, non-committal, and sexual energy. So they definitely the type of person who like runs away from commitment in some way. Like they may come across as someone who's like the Knight of Wands, like just like in and out, hot and cold, that they're all about like sex and they don't want any sort of commitment and that type of thing. So that could be what's going on with them at the moment with their feelings, and maybe that's why they feel like they need a break. Okay. I do feel like it's fear that's causing this in some way, but let's just see. Let's clarify that. King of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, this definitely could be someone who is possibly like disloyal, or just very much coming from a place of like desire and like sexual and that type of thing. They could also like say things without thinking, and just coming from a place of ego. Like they're not really coming from a place of the heart at all. And with the devil at the bottom of the deck, they're definitely like highly attracted to you, very sexual person, but it's kind of like these energies that they have are kind of unhealthy or possibly even toxic. So let's see, what do they want out of this connection with you, Gemini? We have exhaustion, depletion, drained, and long journey. So they definitely could feel like they don't feel like they have the energy to be able to do this, and that's why there's time for a nap. Like I feel like they think they know that if they have to come towards you, because you're the type of person who is like so like graceful, and like they do see you as someone who is more of like marriage material as well, and they're not ready to settle down yet. So they're kind of feeling like right person wrong time type of thing, and they feel like they are going to have to put a lot of work into themselves to be able to like come towards you in a way that's not this type of energy. So I feel like they're not wanting to come forward just yet, because they feel like you are just like perfect in some way, like too like you're like a porcelain doll, if you know what I mean. Like you're like they can break you easily in some way, and they don't want that. So they feel like they need to maybe love themselves first or heal first before coming towards you, and they need to like take a break before this can happen. So let's get some a clarifier on that. Yeah, so we have Ace of Cups in the reverse. That's also about self-love, about looking after yourself. With the moon in the shadow there, this is basically saying that they fear coming forward. They fear having a real relationship of some sort. Like commitment really scares them. But they are feeling like they need to just put the energy into themselves right now and love themselves first at this time. Very synchronistic here. So with the mutual energies, let's see what is actually going on in this connection right now. We have divine masculine, yang and masculine energy. So there could be a situation where this runner is usually the masculine, whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. Generally the chaser is the female, the runner is the male, of in like feminine and masculine energies. So the divine masculine is basically like healing this running energy. So they need to actually focus on themselves to be able to become a divine masculine, a healed masculine energy of some sort. In the shadows, we have possibilities, free-spirited adventure and risks. So they could want to take the risk to come towards you and to heal themselves. And that is possible. But it is just that, you know, they're scared of that. So let's see. Let's clarify the divine masculine, please. Two of Wands in the reverse. So this is about like them needing to make a decision to heal themselves in some way. Like they are right now, they are in their comfort zone. They're so used to running and so used to just like not having any sort of real connections coming from a sexual point of view and not committing, that they're scared to step out of their comfort zone and make a decision and plan forward in some way. With the Ace of Swords in the shadows here, this is basically saying that there is a need here for communication between the two of you, so that you guys can have some sort of clarity of where this connection is going, whether that's closure or whether that's actually like gaining a new perspective and moving forward. There is clarity that's required between the two of you. So let's see, what are their next actions? Sorry, Gemini. We have elusive, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. I don't feel like their next actions are going to be coming from a healed place. We do also have at the bottom of the deck hopeless, sinking, despair, and falling apart. they don't feel like they're I feel like they don't feel firstly like they're good enough, because they are the type of person who is just the sexual energy, who is like a bit of a player, probably non-committal, like that type of energy. But they are like feeling very hurt about this connection, about that they had to put this on hold. But they just feel like they're not ready for something like that yet. Like they need to focus on themselves. They could have some sort of past wounds that, or even past life lessons that need to be learned here, in order to actually connect with someone on a deeper level, not only just you, with anyone. So let's clarify this. Okay, that's too many cards. Let's just get one, please. Clarify, elusive or dishonest. Okay, so we have the Death card here. So they are wanting to possibly like end this connection so that they can kind of transform themselves and do some inner work themselves, and actually like come out of the cocoon and become the butterfly, so that they can be a rebirth. But right now they're not able to do that yet. They do want to ground themselves and work on themselves at this time. They possibly also do want to be friends with you right now, and have like this non-committal energy, but just friendship for now anyway. And then let's just see, what is the outcome of this connection. We have ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, and a good time. So it could be that, like, you know, that's saying like they're here for a good time, not a long time. Or it could just be like, you know, when they're the type of person, like when you pull back, they come chasing, and if you chase them, they go running. Like it's kind of like they have that rush of like it says, chasing thrills, and that excitement of like getting their prey, like, you know, real kind of like unhealed masculine type of energy. Let's clarify that. Strength. So yeah, they do need to, I do feel like it's a confidence issue for them, which is why they do this. They kind of just want to go for like their desires, and they don't plan on committing or anything like that. I do feel like you need to focus on like being brave yourself, and being able to kind of walk away from this connection, because maybe then that could come in, where their loyalty could come in and that type of thing. But for now, it's like you need to work on your own self-confidence. You need to work on yourself. We do also have Leo and Leo here, so that's quite strong. We do also have Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo again. So there are 3 Leo cards here. And if I'm not mistaken, the 2 of Wands could be Leo as well. I'm not too sure though. So there is a lot of Leo that's going on here. You might be dealing with the Leo. You might have a strong Leo in your chart, or they might have that as well. So let's get some messages from your person. So if they weren't holding anything back, what would they say to Gemini? We have, we need to let each other go. We have, I'm not available. No, 100%. They're not emotionally available at all. They might not even be available. They might be dabbling with other people. And then we have, we will be together again. And then let's get one more. I want to feel that way again. Yeah, there's that ecstasy, that chasing thrills, excitement, that good time. I just get the feeling like this type of person is just completely just an unhealed masculine, and that they need to heal themselves if this connection is going to work. It does have the potential to work only if they heal, and the only way they're going to heal is if you pull back and let them do their healing work, because you can't be part of that. Like sometimes we want to heal other people, especially spiritual people who like watch tarot and that type of thing, and you might want to heal them, but you can't do that as much as you want to. So let's get some advice for you, Gemini. So we have the 9 of Cups. Focus on things that make you happy. Focus on your wish fulfillment, on like anything other besides bringing this person in right now. You need to focus on what actually brings you joy and happiness. Okay, what else? We have the 9 of Swords. You are probably in a situation right now where you're kind of having like sleepless nights. You constantly stressing about this, you're feeling depressed, like extremely upset, you don't see how you could ever get past the situation. This is saying that you need to focus on your mental health right now. If you need to like meditate, if you need to even ask for help, whatever it is, like you do need to focus on getting yourself to a more healthy stage. Because also think about it like this, if you are constantly focused on this person, the energies are going to be focused on them as well, even if you're not in contact with them or showing them or pretending like you don't want that. Think of two magnets that are like being forced together that are both like negative and negative type of thing, and you're pushing them together and you can feel them like repelling away from each other no matter how hard you push. That's the position that you're in right now, and the more you push, the more stressed out you're going to get. You need to completely let go control and be like, okay, the way to manifest is basically like, okay, this is what I want, and I want to feel this way when I feel loved. I want to feel happy, I want to feel joy, I want to feel like I'm important, I want to feel stable, you know, whatever it is that your definition of what love feels like. Do it first thing in the morning before before the day comes and ruins your day, or you have other thoughts or that type of thing, and then completely let it go from there. Then you need to just focus on the things that do make you happy and try your best not to focus on this, even if it's so difficult. Just try to push those thoughts out of your head for now, because that's what manifestation is. Definitely look into the law of attraction and like Abraham Hicks and that type of thing if that's what you want. And then it's also the law of assumption. So you can have what you want, you just need to learn how to do it. And then let's just get one more piece of advice. But it's not gonna, manifestation does not work if you're in this energy. You have to get in this energy first. We have the High Priestess. So this is about trusting your intuition, maybe needing to go and connect with like your higher self in some way right now. There could be like some sort of like feminine energy that could be helping you get through this. But it is just about like really connecting with your intuition and trusting yourself right now, trusting the universe, trusting yourself, getting out of this energy, getting more into this energy, and that will lead you to your happiness, basically, whether that's with this person or without this person. So Gemini, I hope that resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again next week. Take care.